Greetings, all. I just wanted to take a few moments to go through the setup of the course, specifically Canvas. That's where all the material and all the assignments, homeworks, and exams will be posted. A lot of you, I know, were taking courses in the spring when we moved to online, so you're very familiar with online, depending on how your instructor put together. Some of you may have even taken a course during the summertime. But anyways, what I want to do is this is a little bit early. I'm doing this August the 10th, and our course doesn't really start until September. But I wanted to give you a heads up, um, just so it may alleviate any fears or anxieties you may have that you're not going to have success. But I'll do my best to lay it out for you, and hopefully you all do well. Stats is so unlike any other math course that you've ever taken before. It's one of those courses where you can learn something on a Tuesday and apply it to your life on a Wednesday. Unlike college algebra or even intermediate or calculus for that matter. But it's in today's world, what isn't stats? I mean, we're bombarded, especially with the election coming up in November and statistics. Pros and cons with the government and what's going on, and it's all over the place. So I wanted to show this little video in case we see each other. Hopefully, we're back on campus in the spring of 2021. So if you see me, you can say, "Well, Mr. Gomes, I was in your class." So I'm going to delete this video for now. I just wanted to show you. I wanted to put a face to to my voice, which you'll be hearing. Now, I'm doing this with Screencastify. You folks are familiar with Zoom. You may have used Zoom either in your summer course, if you took one, or back in the spring. What I'm going to do is once a week, a minimum, is I'm going to have office hours and we'll have a Zoom meeting. The tough part with doing Zoom is getting a time where everybody's available. So as we get closer to the start of the course, I'll send some sort of survey out, and it won't be a situation where everybody will be available at a certain time, but I'll record the Zoom meetings, and those folks who can't make it can obviously log on and take part in, or at least watch and hear the questions that were asked. So, all that being said, let me get rid of this video right now because I don't want to take up any space on this video. Your dashboard also is going to look a lot different than mine. This is a course I'm doing right now. These are two courses that I'm doing in the fall. So I'm going to work out of section 03. Section 04 is exactly the same. All right, it's set up. So if you're in 4, don't get upset because section 4 is exactly like section 3. And here again, what you're seeing here is the instructor's view. All right, you won't see this when you log on. In fact, if I go to student view, this is what you'll be seeing. All right, and notice here, I need to click this to see all the different levels of getting started and all course videos. All right, this is what you'll see initially, and you'll also see your sections, chapter 1, chapter 2, and so forth. All right, so let me leave that view. And this is what the course would look like. Here again, you won't see all of this because I haven't published this. Looking at the instructor's view. Very first thing I want to show you is what I would say the first thing to do is to take a look at the syllabus. One, you can actually download a paper copy of this, but all the information is contained on this page. All right, the course provides a basic introduction to statistics recommended for students in business, social science, human services, allied health, criminal justice, pretty much any course you're taking in college. It's going to include some statistics. Great feature of what we're doing here is there's no need to go out and purchase a textbook. All right, we're using Open Ed Resource. You can actually view the textbook online. You can download a PDF. If you have an iBook, you can, here's some links to download it if you have an iBook. Very, 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 very important is the course requires that you use a TI-83 or an 84 calculator. I'm not telling you you have to go out and buy one. You can rent one from the library, and even This in prior semesters, the library used to charge you $20 to rent it for a semester. During the summertime, they waived a $20 fee. I'm not quite certain what's happening now, but one of the reasons I'm putting this video together so early is I don't want you to get frozen out. A lot of students are going to be renting or try to get calculators. Not only calculators, but also trying to get a Chromebook or a laptop. So to get to apply for a rental, you have to click on this link and email the Massasoit Library and ask them, yes, I'm taking stats and I'm interested in renting a calculator. Now, what I would tell you to do is try at most your best to ask them for an 84 calculator. And there's two different versions. They're very, very similar, but the 84 is better than the 83. You may also have a friend or a relative that has an 84 calculator. These are the two that I support. There are a lot of other graphing calculators out there, but I support the Texas Instrument, the 83 or the 84. So renting it, try to get the 84. Textbook assignments posted online. What I'm going to do is every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to post assignments. All right. So you'll have a smaller assignment on a Tuesday and the Thursday assignment. Obviously, you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday until the next assignment post. So the Thursday assignment will be a little longer than the Tuesday assignment. Testing policy. Right now, I'm looking at 3 online exams in addition to an online final. So we're looking at 4 exams right now. I doubt that's going to change. If anything, we may try to squeeze in another exam, depending on how things go. But right now, it's looking at 4 exams, 3, and then a final exam. Now, I'll be upfront with you. The final is not, repeat, it's not cumulative, which is a plus for you. All right. The final exam will just be on the last chapters that I cover. The grading policy, you're familiar with this if you've taken courses at Massasoit. Learning outcomes, you can read through this. Things that we're going to cover, course content. All right. Nothing that's very, 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 very important. If you have a documented disability, what you got to do is provide me with what's called an accommodation letter. You need to contact the disabilities office and have them send you an accommodation letter. Now, this means that you in the past have had an IEP, and the IEP says that you're allowed extra time to take the exam. So it's very important that if you do qualify, you do get that letter from the disabilities office. Send it to me. So when it comes time for exams, I can give you extra time. And this here is nothing, I can't get rid of this, but nothing that applies to you. All right. If I click on this, you're not going to, well, I guess you are seeing something here, but these guys are closed. I'll see if I can get rid of that. You don't see that when you log in. And I'll see if I can change that. I'm going to have to. I want you taking the exams right now. So there's the actual PDF that you can download. So if I go back to the home screen here, getting started, what I would hope you would do is to look at some of these. In fact, look at all of them. You got about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm doing this really, really early. There's the calculator and rental form. All right. If you're looking for a laptop or a Chromebook, you need to fill out this technology grant. Here's another reason why I'm doing this so early is I don't want you to be one of the last people requesting this. So doing it early, you'll be one of the first ones that actually fill this out. And hopefully if you need a laptop or a Chromebook, one will be available. And I already spoke about a calculator rental. Don't go out and buy one. Please rent it. Even if they charge you $20, it's worth it. Now, in addition to renting the calculator, what I'm saying here is there are emulators. And this is one of the best ones, this Wabbit Emu. All right. In fact, what I do during the course, I'll actually show you how to use the calculator. I'll have the 83 and 84. I've got a lot of videos that show you how to use it. So if you're not interested in getting or not buying one, but renting one from the library, you can download this emulator. You can actually put it on your phone. You can actually, there's a version that you can actually put on your computer. Now, when you download this, it's going to ask you for a ROM version. There's a link that you can download. It's not all that difficult. But, for 20 bucks, it may be worthwhile getting one that you can actually have in your hand without using the emulator. But another way of going is always ways of getting around things. Being successful in this course, great little video. Well, there's no video, it just talks about, time commitment. The online, it's so much similar to a face-to-face class, all right? In a face-to-face class, you got to show up. I mean, if you're not there, you can't learn anything. People sign for a course and don't participate. It's like going to Best Buy. You buy something, you pay for it, and then they give it to you. You say, no, I'll leave it here. It's the same idea. You pay for a course and don't participate. It's kind of a waste. Kind of a waste. All right. Being successful, showing up is half the battle. Predicting your success. This is a video, I believe. Yeah, it's, Angela Lee Duckworth. Please take the time to watch this. Interesting. This is a little bit about me. You can click on it at your leisure. 3 ways to spot a bad statistic. Quick Canvas links. Some resources, computer resources. This is kind of important here. I find over the years that people are visual learners. I've got a video that goes along with each individual section in the course. Or I've got them all listed here. Within each homework assignment, I'll embed videos, but here's a list of all of them in case you need to go back and review something. All the videos are there. Textbook resources, also very important. All of these PowerPoints, these have changed. I'll probably unpublish this because within the actual course, I put up all the PowerPoints, and these here are the OpenStack ones, but I put up my own. I'll probably not publish that because the PowerPoints that we're going to be working with are going to be a little different. And getting started with Canvas. Most of you are already familiar with this, but there's a lot of resources here. Student Online Canvas Guide. All right, so we start out with readings. These are things that you can link to right from Canvas. All right, goes right to the website. In addition to, you can download a PDF file. All right, it's a lot of pages. I would probably not want to do this. I would just click on these links and do the reading. In each section, there'll be something to read. If you're in section 641 or 11, you're reading about section 41 and so forth. Let me just go back up here and I'm going to click on that little triangle and close that up. Now, here's an example of what you see. Now, let's assume our first assignment. The college course actually starts September the 9th, a Wednesday, because Labor Day falls real late this year. All right, so Thursday, 9/10 will most likely be our first homework assignment. All right, and some other things here. Here's what you can expect. As I click on this 9/10, all right, what you'll see is, in this case here, a voiceover PowerPoint. I'm not sure this is going to play within this video. You'll be asking yourself this question: when and where will I use statistics? You read any newspaper, watch television, or use the internet, you will see statistical information. These statistics about crime, sport. What's interesting is the way I conduct class is exactly the same way it's done online. In other words, I would open up taking attendance, and then I would have a PowerPoint, and I would go through the slides, and I would talk about it. So it's the same thing here. The difference being is that you're not in front of me. You're actually watching and listening to my voiceover of the PowerPoint. And then right below it is a link to the actual PowerPoint. Now, as you should be aware of, if you don't have Office on your computer, you can download a free copy of office, and once you log into Canvas, and I'll share that link with you, I'm asking you to watch this video that applies to section 1.1, and I've actually posted Angela's video here talking about people that succeed. Right? It's not always the smartest person. It's the person who is grittiest. By that I mean sticks to it and doesn't take failure as an option, but keeps working through being gritty. All right. So take a look at that. If I go back, I'm looking at the next day's next assignment, which would be the Tuesday the 15th. All right. Now here I'm asking you to watch section 1.2, the voiceover PowerPoint. All right. Now here's your first homework assignment. Now, notice what I say here. Homework is neither going to be collected nor will it be graded. I'm expecting you to do it. All right. If you're not doing it, I hate to say it, but there'll be a price to pay at the end because you're not doing the homework. I don't know how you're going to succeed in the course. This is the actual PowerPoint, all right? This is the voiceover tool, but this is actually the PowerPoint. You may want to download this, save some of the slides, especially when it comes time for exam time. And then I'm asking you to watch section 2.1 video. And here's some articles. I try to keep the course as relevant as possible, all right, with what's going on in the world so we can discuss it. All right, so if I go back, I've got a T83-84 guide here. Some of you may have had this a calculator in high school where you're very familiar with the 83 and 84. If not, here's an idea. I mean, there's the guide, but you got a problem with the 83 and 84. Google. If Google doesn't know it, it doesn't exist. Once again, I'll say it again. If Google doesn't have a video on it, or YouTube doesn't have a video on it, it doesn't exist. There's so many videos dealing with the TI-83 and 84. The guide is great, but Google something, all right? Now, in lieu of all that, this is a video on data brokers and how companies collect information about you. And what I'll do in every section is I'll have a page where I list, once again, if you lose track of the PowerPoints. I'll try to keep this course, I've done it enough times, to keep it as organized as possible and to give you as many resources as I possibly can. Now, during the course, I can be reached with email, jgomes@massasoit.mass.edu. But what's helpful is if you have a question, is to post it to the discussion board. Emailing is great, but if you post it to the discussion board, I not only answer that question for you, but I also answer for everybody else in the course. So please make use of the discussion board as well as emailing me. And if you're unsure how to post to a discussion board, here's a video that walks you through it. So that's a basic look of what you can expect. We'll most likely cover, I've got chapter 9 here. Chances are we'll get at least through chapter 7. But the idea is you log on, you do the work, watch the videos, do your homework, which I'm not going to collect, but feel free to post questions to the discussion board. And like I say, I'm going to make use of Zoom right here. All right. And I'll be sending out invitations. I'm looking at having office hours, a minimum of once a week where I'm available, and I'll have a whiteboard. I can share my screen, and if you're having difficulties, even with a TI, I'll be there to help you. I mean, I'll give you enough resources and enough help. If you do your part and I'll do my part, there's no reason why you can't have success in this course. All right, hopefully this video helps you and maybe calms your anxiety about taking an online course or statistics in general. See you online.